Yo, this is so funny. So funny. So funny. So funny. Bless up, bless up, bless up. Checking in, Paul checking in. This stream is about elder energy. Elder energy. So I gotta share this story that brought this all about. And thank you for watching. If you're watching the replay, you can type in that hashtag replay. If it's on YouTube, hit the like button. If it's here, blessings, Facebook, yeah, all that good stuff. So let's dive in. So one of the, something happened to me a couple weeks ago. I was at this event, and one of the things that we were doing at the event was required an elder energy. So I'm at this space, and I'm in one section with a group, and I look around, and there are no what I perceive as elders in the space. So I'm looking, I'm like, wow. So I'm looking around, I'm like, oh, junk. Okay, so no elders are here. I'm looking around, and I notice, I'm like, you know what? I'm the elder. Like, I'm around a whole bunch of young kids. I'm forgetting. I'm like, I'm still in my head sometimes thinking I'm 20, and I'm in my high 40s. So it's like, hold up, I'm the elder energy here. So it was interesting because it took a moment for me to really settle into this. And as I settled into it, I recognized, I said, wow, there was something here. There was something that I got to really appreciate and acknowledge in that space. So this live stream is really more about me sharing these three things that came up for me around stepping into elder energy and going beyond wisdom for my space. So here's what it is, right? First of all, when I came back from this event, I was writing and I was looking at the words, and I looked at elder energy. So, or I really looked at elder. So elder is a leader or senior figure in a tribe or other group. So that made a lot of sense. And of course, it was a usual definition that you would think of: someone that's older, someone that's a senior, someone that is higher in status, or mostly it's relevant to age. So looking at that and really settling into that, it had me also thinking about, well, yes, it's about age, but what is this energy that's an elder, that's beyond a quote unquote age or someone being of a certain rank, like firstborn or what have you? That brought me to the first part of stepping into this elder space for me. And it was recognizing that I'm a very old soul. So think about this for a moment. How many times have you seen a little kid and you say, that's an old soul? I know people said about me when I was a kid. My mom, when she was alive, she would always tell this story around when I was a kid. I think if my first bike got stolen, I was seven or eight. It wasn't one or two. So I left my bike out in the front yard. I rode it from my dad's house, rode up, left it in the front step, came upstairs, came downstairs. I was like, where's my bike? I was like looking around. I looked in the alley next to the house. I was like, nah, no bike. I'm like, oh man. So my mom always said, Paul, you came upstairs, you walked through the door, you said, Mom, they stole my bike. And she said, Paul, you just said, I feel like a bird without wings. And she said, she was like, how the hell does this kid know what this is? She was like, this is an old soul. So I think about it, even for my kids, and I'm thinking that maybe, I don't know, if you're watching this and you see it's like, was there a time do you know a kid that's a young kid that's an old soul? What is that about? And it's about a wisdom. When I really dissected, I was writing about it, I was like, it's about a wisdom. It's about a knowing. Because whenever, like for my oldest son, when he was younger, I'd always be like, how do you know this stuff? And he would always say, I just know. That, my friends, is the elder energy. There's a part of you that always just knows. As I get older, speaking for myself, I recognize that there's times that I'm like, I second guess myself on a regular basis. I'll admit that. I second guess myself. And a lot of times it takes me right out of a situation that I was actually asking for. So there's a part of us that's an old soul. It's always been there. It's timeless. It's an inner wisdom that lives within us. So that's the first piece, recognizing that you're a very old soul. So that's what was the first piece for me. That's the first piece you could try. Really settle into, hey, man, I know things. I know things. Now, once you can settle into that, then you settle into then you can really take that next level, and it's respect your elder. So, and it's really about more respect your wisdom. When I say respect your elder, I remember growing up, it was always this thing about make sure you respect your elders, though someone that's older than you. And again, it was about the wisdom. They know things, they have experiences, plus they're older than you. They're supposed to know more, right? So thinking about that, I looked at this as, because we have an inner wisdom and inner experience and inner knowledge, we are an elder. There's a part of us that's an elder. So respect your elder. It's yours, it's you, it's within you. There's a wisdom, there's an energy that you have. So being able to, for me to respect that wisdom, I settled into like looking back at my experiences. And I mean, I was like looking back to the point where I was like, why am I doing this? But then I started really, when I was looking at it, I looked at things like divorce, parental alienation, being broke, repossession, all these things. I was like, oh, junk. I went from the victim to the victor when I started to look at like, oh, all those things happen for me. So I have experience. Like, although I'm very hard-headed and I had to learn some experiences repeatedly, some lessons repeatedly, there's still a part that I still got the experience. And there was something in that. As long as I can extract the wisdom and the gem from it, then it was something golden. It was something rich. So that's that second piece, as far as like really going beyond wisdom, regardless of age, is respecting your elder, that inner part of you that just knows. So here's the third one. And this one was like, okay, this is like after I stepped in and reflecting back on it, like being that elder in that event when it was needed, I was like, oh, John, I was like, before I stepped into it, I was like, what am I going to say? I'm supposed to do this. Oh, God. I was just stressing out, man. It was freaking crazy. So all I did was I started really, I remember the first time I had to step out and be an elder for this event, for this part of this class, I just let go. And I felt what I wanted for this person to happen. I just felt something. I was like, I just want this person to experience something. So I'm going to set the intention and then I'm going to bless. Now, when I was writing and jotting this down, there's something that came up when I looked up the word bless. And I think this is really important. I want you to really pay attention to this, because bless, it is to endow someone with a particular cherished thing or attribute. So when I was blessing, I set the intention. I want this person to have a great experience. I want them to get what they came to this experience for. And it's there was a blessing, something that I just felt that I just allowed to come through and allowed to be said or be seen. So this is the third one, is for you to work with, is really stepping into your elder energy, is as you go through the next day. So whenever you see this, I want the next day, even if it's for the first person you see, or just like random at least one person a day, I want you to just settle and stand in front of someone, really just check their energy, check their, hey, what are you sensing about this person? What do you want for this person? What's the intention? Like, hey, it could be something as simple as, hey, I intend for you to have a majestic day. I see you. You look like a person that is very driven in this, and that's where the blessing comes in, because you offering a compliment is a cherished thing. Oh, wait, I promised to myself I was going to only go to 10 minutes, so I'm going to wrap this up. But I want you to think about this. Go to someone and say, listen, hey, just check the energy first, and then what do you want for this person? And then what is an attribute, or what's a compliment you want to give this person, and let it flow. So that's those three things. Is first, one, acknowledging you're a very old soul. Two is respect your elder, damn it, respect it. And then the third is intend and bless. So bless up. Thank you. If you enjoyed this, I would love to get to comment. Let me know what came up for you. Let me know if there's a time, or a time that you overcame a doubt, that or that there's a time when you really settled into your inner wisdom. I'd love to hear. I'd love to hear that experience. So bless up to you. Thanks for watching. If you like it, share it. And yeah, man, get the energy out there. Get the good stuff out there. And be well. Peace.